Welcome, everybody. This is the main event with Kevin and Mia. I'm Kevin.
I'm Mia.
And this is episode number 7.
Number 7.
Pretty sure it's 7. At least I hope it's 7. If it's not, well, you know.
Now you got me second guessing it.
No, it's show number 7, because show number 6, we had, that's right, Jason Brooks from Friday the 13th.
We were like an hour and a half last time.
Yeah, we were only about 20 minutes over.
Oh, well. It was a good interview. Thank Jason Brooks for
absolutely
doing that interview with us.
Thank you,
That was
thank you.
Hey, B.
Hi, B.
Ryan, hello. Welcome.
Can you guys hear us clearly? Is there a hiss or any bad sounds or
Lots of
static? Okay.
Hello, my sister from another mister.
All right. You keep talking to everybody, and I'm gonna try to correct that.
All right. Do I sing for him?
Do whatever you
hard
gotta
to hear. Yay!
Today's show is brought to you by, that's right, the home IT guy.
We'll get it figured out here.
Eventually. Okay, so thanks for joining us.
And being patient while we got everything all situated.
Okay, well, I see we've got 2 viewers, which is Ryan and Shannon. Nobody else.
B was floating around there somewhere. She's probably still there. That count, remember? I said don't go by that count.
True. Okay. So, let's see. I want to give a shout out. You know, somebody I haven't given a shout out to, and he's been pretty supportive, is Josh Bauer.
Yes.
I want to thank Josh Bauer for being as supportive and just encouraging.
And his shows are what? He goes on Thursday at 8 o'clock. He usually does a wrap up.
I believe it's Thursdays, and it varies with him.
If he gets 25 viewers in his show, he's going to raffle off a bunch of mini canvases, too. So make sure you check him out. It's J. Bauer Arts.
JBauerArtShop.com is where you can go to buy his art.
Yeah. I think J. Bauer Art on Facebook, too.
Yeah, I don't.
He's got a Facebook page, but...
I meant to get in touch with him before the show.
We'll put the link in the comments. Usually Jen or somebody else is usually there to put the comments on, so... She's still asking what's wrong with him. How long has she known Uncle Kevin?
All her life.
Time?
All her life.
7 years. And she's still asking what's wrong. I don't even know what's wrong with him. And I've been with him for 8 years. He was crazy and stuff before me, but yeah, he's cuckoo now. And not for Cocoa Puffs either.
Word.
I make him cuckoo. But he has been 40 days?
I believe today makes day 40 that
so that means I've been 37 days without cigarettes, and we haven't killed each other yet.
Yay us.
We tried a few years ago, and after he had a heart attack 2012, we tried, and we almost killed each other. We almost ended up in a divorce. It was a bad deal.
Yeah, so if you're a smoker out there and you're trying to quit, wow, we're freezing up bad. Why am I on wireless? Stupid computer. So yeah, if you're trying to quit smoking, and you've been smoking a long time, you both have to try to do it, and you both, it takes 2.
It does.
Period.
It takes 2. You gotta boost each other up in this life. It's just can't do things on your own, especially if you're a couple. You gotta do it.
Absolutely.
And support each other while doing it, You gotta support. It's already going.
Only because you're making it that way.
So what?
Okay, so I think we're all done lagging.
Y'all done lagging?
Yeah, we're on the wire.
We're not lollygagging. We're lagging.
Lagging gagging.
We're lagging gagging, not lollygagging.
So the last show, somebody was telling me that I need to wear brighter colors, more colorful stuff. So I wore a tie-dye shirt today. I'm looking kind of hippie-ish.
I had this one on first, and he wanted to copy me, so because mine's almost tie-dye.
I wasn't even paying attention to what you were wearing.
Oh, bull pucky. He wanted to be like me because I'm awesome.
Well, you are awesome, but I don't want to be like you because I'm too busy trying to be like me. And sometimes that's a hard job. So anyway, here's some useless information. Some useless information for people. I guess I heard that Facebook is now, every time you go live, every time you do anything live on Facebook, or you take photos, they take, it's an algorithm, I think is what they call it. Like if you've got a Coca-Cola bottle sitting in the background, anywhere in the picture, they'll focus in on that, and then their ads are pinpointed to you on that.
Ads. I have nothing on my coffee cup. Nothing.
Nope, me either.
I have nothing on my shirt. You do, but you can't tell.
Yeah, I don't understand why we're lagging so bad. Not lagging, but like it keeps freezing up.
Darlene, hello, Darlene.
Yes, welcome to the show, Darlene.
Yeah, there's a lag, so there might be a pause and dead time. We're trying to wait for things to get caught up and stuff. But if there's any questions or anything people don't want to talk about, try. You keep trying. That's all you can do, Shannon, is just keep trying. That's you ain't gonna, I'm telling you, unless your mind is set on quitting. I mean, look, I got my diagnosis. I got told that in February 1st that I needed surgery. And it took us a month or so to couple months to kick ourselves in the butt to get the initiative to quit. So it's not easy. I'm not going to tell you in the first 2 weeks friggin' sucks, but you just got to keep fighting through those cravings. If you get a craving or if you feel like you want a cigarette, like, change what you're doing. And, I mean, you just don't, for Shannon and Darlene and I, we deal with a lot of pain and stuff, so we can't just constantly do. But, I mean, just changing what you're doing where you're sitting, like, play a game with your hands or, suck on a lollipop or something like that. You just got to change your mind, and it does get easier. I'm telling you, there are still times where, I get a craving. My cravings have gone from once an hour to a couple times a day now, and I know everybody says it'll get easier and easier and easier, and I have faith that it'll get easier, and I'm not giving in. I mean, you guys all know what we just recently went through and what I've been going through, and I still have not smoked. You think I would have, but you just gotta do it. Like I said, it's after 48 hours. It's just a mind thing. So.
Well, yeah, and it takes. I believe they say it takes 21 days to create a habit. And I don't know how many days it takes to undo
the habit. Yeah.
But
I mean, I do have a vape pen that's a CBD tincture that I made myself that has helped me a great deal too. But I've noticed lately that I haven't been smoking that as much unless I'm in a situation where other people are smoking or I know I'm going to get aggravated. I'll tell you, the next time we go down to Portland, I'm taking it with me. Seriously, driving in Portland made me want to have a cigarette so bad, and I was like, no, I'm not going to need my vape pen, no. And now my vape pen doesn't have any nicotine, it's just strictly CBD. So
welcome, Darcy,
and there's Sharon and Fred Doak. Welcome, love you all. Thanks for checking us out.
Hey, look at that, we got 8 viewers now.
Darlene says 21 days to make or break a habit.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. Couldn't remember what the what what it was to break the habit. I knew it was 21 days to form a habit.
A lifetime. Sharon says a lifetime to break a habit.
Well, sometimes.
Well,
I also want to give a shout out to the Kitchen Killers, Billy and Jay, because, well, for one, they're awesome. If you guys have not checked out the Kitchen Killers, they go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday and Wednesdays, they go live at 7:05. And on Fridays, they go live at 9:05. They're a traveling acoustic duo that travel the country, crashing kitchens
and restaurants. I've seen them do.
They've done commercial kitchens,
venues outside,
private kitchens.
Yeah.
They'll play anywhere that they can set up.
Last weekend they were at a pizzeria that actually was on Restaurant Impossible too.
Yes, and that was for their weekly wrap up. That was Monday.
Yeah, that was Monday. They were making pizza, and this restaurant, what was it?
I don't even ask. I don't know.
Don't even know. But it was a pizzeria in Orlando, I believe, that was on. I know it was season 11, episode 7 on Restaurant Impossible. They ambushed this guy's restaurant, but that's pretty cool. I had to go back and watch the rest of the episode because I never remembered watching it. So we got Gene. Darcy dragged Gene, and poor soul.
Welcome to the show, Keith.
You don't even know what you got yourself into, Gene.
Don't feel bad, Gene. I'm starting to wonder if I even knew what I got myself into.
No, we don't. And we got Lynn. Hello, Lynn. And Keith. Keith Johnston.
Wow, we're getting all kinds of...
Yeah, we're getting all kinds. We got 9 viewers.
According
Holy
to that,
jumpins.
yeah.
420.
So thank you guys for joining us. It is
420 somewhere. Smoke them if you got them.
It's always 420 somewhere. And if it's not, well, it should be.
I don't smoke on the show.
Oh,
so.
Apparently, Gene was watching first.
Oh, Gene got Darcy into it. Nice.
Well, thanks for dragging her in.
You never know what kind of shenanigans we got going on. We usually have topics, but often we haven't even hit any of the topics except for the ones we wanted to mention.
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys haven't listened to the Kitchen Killers, check them out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Facebook Live. I usually share the link to their shows. Uh-oh. Which one is that? Is that
It's Onyx. Say hi, Onyx. Now you're famous.
Welcome, Kyle. Thanks for joining us.
Now you're on TV. I know you want to go, don't you?
What are you doing, buddy?
Look in the camera. You're famous now.
He says I don't want to be on the interwebs.
Look.
You can say hi. Okay, bye.
He says, put me down.
Okay.
There he goes. His 15 seconds of fame.
Well, thanks for joining us, Kyle. Oh, Darcy says, we love you guys. Not our first time with you. It's the first time I recall seeing Darcy's name.
Yeah, well,
So
we need to pay more attention.
Well, the last couple shows have been pretty hectic. Especially last week.
Last weekend, it was, I'm not going to apologize for Jason's interview taking the whole hour because that was just awesome
and
talking to him. I wish we could have had Peter with us, too. I mean, if it was Peter was with us, that would have been a 2-hour show because them two can talk.
Oh, yes.
They talked, like, the first night that they met, they talked for 3 hours. And then the next night, I think they talked for another 2 or 3 hours.
Another 2, yeah.
And they've been messaging back and forth because he just,
Peter
I'll let you talk about it. You know more, so I'll let you talk about it, okay?
Peter Anthony, who is the associate producer to Friday the 13th Vengeance.
See, I can shut up.
He is, I'm living vicariously through him. And every time I say that to him, he laughs, but it's kind of true. He actually got to visit this past yesterday. He got to spend some time at the original Camp Crystal Lake, which is where Camp Obi Bosco, which is where Friday the 13th, the original
tell him
one.
the odds of getting that, though.
Oh, geez, I can't even remember the number. There was
People
like
from all over the world.
There was like 500,000 entries. or 5,000 entries or something like that, and only 140 something were chosen from, I can't remember how many different countries, and then he told me the different
So does it
amount of
cost
states.
anything to go?
Oh, I'm sure it does.
I'm sure it does too, but
I don't know how much it costs, but I'm sure it costs something.
well, we'll have to get. He's gonna try and get Peter on here again, to
yeah, well,
hopefully talk about it.
the only
We
way
can't
I'm gonna-
promise anything, but
the only way I'm going to be able
we'll
to do
try to
that is
get-
if I get Be Live again.
yeah, we'll try to get Peter Anthony on here so he can talk about it, because I think that's pretty cool. I would stay if Kevin was able to get something like that. I would stay with him at these cabins. That would be bad. That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
That would be more than awesome. Yeah, he got to meet, I keep forgetting her name. Adrienne King.
Who's Adrienne King?
She's actually the girl, the last counselor left, the one that beheaded Jason's mother.
Oh, in the first one, or
In
oh
the
yeah,
first
because
one,
the
yeah.
first Friday the 13th, it wasn't Jason doing the killings; it was his mother.
Right.
So
And then
yeah.
Jason ended up killing her in part 2. Right. I don't even think she lasted 5 minutes. Anyway, I digress. Actually, you started that one.
What?
On
Yeah, I
Friday
know,
the 13th.
right? I actually started a Friday the 13th conversation. How about that?
Something that I do want to touch on real quick is that, and I'm kind of poking Josh Bauer on this one here. If you were to send us a painting or something, it doesn't have to be anything huge. I'd love to have some kind of colors in our background here other than the black.
Even if it's like a poster, it doesn't have to be like a canvas. Like those little mini canvases, those are those are just like those aren't like canvases. They're just like,
I don't know what exactly.
They're not like
I think
the
they're
thick-
canvases. They're
they're like
prints, mini prints.
yeah, mini prints. That's what they are. They're not like canvas, because it'd be kind of hard. Well, we could.
I'll figure out a way to make
anything's possible.
If there was some artwork that I could put up, I would put it up. I'd
both-
figure it out.
We both know how to rigamaroo and finger frig stuff up. So
Right. So yeah, anybody local, if you'd like to sponsor the main event with Kevin and Mia, we're all about having somebody sponsor the show. We don't have a problem at all advertising for your business.
exactly, you do something. You
I
know,
like to do
Shannon, you
local.
get good at crocheting, and you crochet your blankets. We can, display your blankets. That's one thing she learned. She's gonna have to teach me how to crochet now.
That's what she said earlier.
Yeah. Lynn, 420 all day, exactly.
Fred
Send him the
says,
back.
send him the background and paint it.
Well, I do want to. I have been thinking about doing the main event on, like, drawing it on white paper and coloring it and putting it up there, the main event with Kevin and Mia. It's just I've had a lot going on and haven't really. I might get to it. I might do that this week. Work on that. Depends on what the weather is. I got to stop going outside. I just hurt myself when I go outside.
Well, dummy.
I love flowers.
I know.
I love gardens. So
those were three of the things that I wanted to throw out there. And as far as like sponsors, or even if there are people out there that want to make donations to the show, I'll accept donations.
yeah, we're gonna set up a PayPal link in KB Entertainment, so that way if anybody wants to donate, it'll.
Well,
for a
any
good
donations,
cause.
any donations that we get are going to go right back into the production of the show.
Right.
Like,
A background.
well, a background. I would like to be able to use Be Live on a weekly basis.
Yeah, that would be nice, so we can get different people in interviewing and
Yeah,
stuff.
and
I
then
mean,
because then we wouldn't have to worry
that
about
would open
getting,
us up to so many different avenues.
Well, yeah, we don't have to physically have the people here to interview them.
No.
We can interview them from wherever.
Yeah,
like with
and
what we
there's
did
so
with
many
Jason.
small businesses or anything like small time actors or anything like people coming to the area we could interview. Some not even people coming to the area, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We could get people in there.
So If any of our viewers are interested in donating, let us know.
We'll put once I get the PayPal link set up there, I'll the PayPal account set up. I haven't done it yet. It's been a rotten week, but I will get it set up and we'll attach it to this post after I get it set up.
All right.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that. I can't remember what else. Did you had more stuff that you wanted to talk
I
about?
haven't even talked about anything. We'll do my show review. My show review.
Okay.
Okay.
TV show review.
Shannon told me about this show, but I was listening to her, but I just happened to stumble across it on Hulu. But it's called Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia. It's on Viceland originally, but it's on. They have two seasons on Hulu. I've been watching a lot of videos and stuff like that, and they're getting into more using psychedelics and what do they call it? Psychoactive plants and mushrooms and stuff like that to cure things like epilepsy, dementia, depression. I think Shannon told me a few weeks ago that they legalized mushrooms in Colorado for depression and stuff. And on this, he through this show, he goes to all these areas where they believe, like some people, they believe in the toad, like a psychedelic toad. They would excrete this poison from this one toad, and if they dry it out and mix it with a bunch of other stuff, like it's a whole chemistry. They're using like natural products, minerals, and vitamins and stuff to balance these chemicals out. I don't know chemistry. I slept through. They put me in the back of the room in chemistry class, and I ain't gonna lie, I spent more time drawing on the desk than I did actually focusing on. I know how H2O is water. O2 is oxygen.
Do you know what H2O2 is?
Dry ice.
No. Hydrogen peroxide.
See? Okay. There.
And that's the extent of the chemical, what do they call that? Periodic chart.
Right.
That I know.
I mean, I'm not saying to go out and, lick frogs and eat mushrooms and eat leaves, but
They didn't even lick the frog, they smoked it.
There are so many plants out there that are beneficial to us, even psychoactive plants out there that would help us. I mean, they're taking all these medications, and I know I deal with mental illness, mental health problems, and I know the issues that I've had. I'm sorry, I would rather eat a few mushrooms and trip the frig out for a few hours than deal with all the medicines that they've swapped me on and all the side effects from those medicines. You've been with me with some of those, and it's just, they're awful. But anyways, this Hamilton, his name is Hamilton Morris, and that's what he dedicates to science and chemistry. He loves chemistry. Because I've never been one for chemistry, but I mean, he smoked a little bit of this frog powder venom, wow. And just, I mean, there's retreats that you can find over in Chile, over even, I think right here, even in the United States, that you can find that it's a controlled environment. You have a doctor or a shaman, and you have other people there that help you through your journey. I mean, a lot of these, especially the natives to that area, like most of the psychoactive plants, they contain what's called dimethyltryptamine. It's DMT is what it is. What what most of these like peyote, most of the plants, what really makes me mad is that there's a lot of these plants like over in other countries in South Africa and other places that help with pain and help with all these other ailments. And once the government, I don't care if we get flagged for this video or not, but I don't care. Once the government finds out that these plants out in jungles that are grown by nature, once they find out that they're helpful and they notice people are really trying them and talking about them, they make them illegal.
Well, duh.
They make them illegal. I've been told, and I want to get some before they make it completely illegal, but it's called kratom powder. Kratom. I guess it tastes like swamp water, but you can make a tea out of it, or you can get some of it by capsule form. But about a month ago, I researched to buy some. I found, I'd say probably 10 websites that sold this kratom powder stuff, which he talks about. He actually sits down with a lady who was addicted to painkillers. And because she deals with the same issues I deal with, I have fibromyalgia. I also have a defect in my back, which my back is broken right now, and I'm waiting for an operation for my back. So I deal with chronic pain. This lady, she was constantly, that's all they would give her was narcotics. And she was addicted to narcotics. She would take 10, Percocets a day just to deal with her pain. Well, she started drinking this kratom powder, and it helped her. She had more energy. It actually helped everything. It helped her blood pressure. It helped everything. Her cholesterol. I mean, she had no pain. She was going walking. Yeah, it's because Big Pharma. I mean, but Big Pharma's not even letting us get the pills that they had before. Well, they're digging us on. That's another subject altogether. Okay, I'm going to go on a rant here just for a minute. I'm usually funny, but I'm going to go on a rant.
Before you go on your rant, I want to say welcome to Nyla Martinez, Vaughn Taggart,
Deborah,
Deb
Whitney,
Jones. I don't
Deb
know
Jones.
when you're going to get your name changed to Deb Jones instead of Reedy, because it throws me off.
I
Welcome,
believe
Whitney.
it, Ryan. Mushrooms safer than, but you got to be careful on the mushrooms. You got to be careful on what you're getting.
I've never experienced anything from taking mushrooms.
I didn't. I ate only 2. You got to eat quite a bit.
I ate a handful of mushrooms
Did you?
and got
I
nothing.
I
was
only
like,
ate
what?
2.
Other
I
than a
didn't
real
feel
bad
nothing.
taste in my mouth, I was like, ugh. And so, yeah.
But my rant, I'm going to go on my rant here. My doctors, they've got pain doctors now, pain specialists, messing around with medicines that not only, yes, they're for pain, but they're also dealing with mental problems. I'm talking about Lyrica, Cymbalta, gabapentin. These medicines, yes, these pain doctors are being told to try these medications because they no longer want people on narcotics. But the thing is that when you already have a mental health issue to begin with, and they're swapping these pain medicines to try and help your pain, they mess with you mentally now. Not only are they messing with your pain levels, but they're messing with your mental health. So not only on top of dealing with pain, I'm dealing with brain zaps. I have twitches now that I can't explain, and I know it's because of all the medications that I've been on. because they're trying to deal with my pain, but in all reality, they're messing my head up even more, is what they're doing. So I refuse to play their games anymore, and I smoke weed, I eat weed, I take tinctures. That's all I can do, because I don't want them messing me up. I want to be, mentally capable of. I have grandkids. I still have a daughter at home. I still have to be somewhat. They're going to make me a mental case. They're going to make me a vegetable if I keep letting them play their little games, and I'm not going to do that anymore. But if I could, I want to go back to the psychedelic stuff, the psychoactive plants and stuff. I want to go to a retreat once I get better on stuff. I don't know, God, higher power, divine is telling me to go to a retreat. I want to go to one of these retreats where you trip out. You trip the F out, but you're with a shaman. They bless you and bless the area and bless everything every step of the way. And it's a cleansing. It's a cleansing of yourself. I think we all carry around a little bit of yuckiness inside. I have way too much than I'd like to explain, and I'd like to get it out. And I think that tripping the F out. I was watching a video that a guy was a drug addict, and he was an alcoholic. He went to, I think it was a 3-day or a 7-day, I can't remember, retreat. He tripped the F out. He had a doctor, a shaman, and a nurse right with him. He came out of there not even wanting another drop to drink. He didn't want any drugs. He didn't want nothing. He was completely cleared of everything, and he went deeper. He saw things and went deeper than what, that's what I want to do. I think that's what I need to do, and I've been doing a lot of research. It ain't cheap, but it's like $800, $900 to go to these retreats. But me and you will go, Shannon. We'll have ourselves cleansed the frig out. Hal is watching. Yay!
Welcome,
Hal.
It's funny. I've had all these new names pop in here, but yet that stupid counter hasn't moved off at 8.
Friggin' number.
I'm also looking and seeing that the video freezes up here and there, so I don't know what's going on.
Right.
I do know that it's being recorded locally, so if you're getting a lag or if it's coming in choppy, stay tuned for the YouTube version.
Could be one of those antique airplanes. The antique airplanes flying over. They had a thing at the airport today. I don't know any of you local folks saw the airplanes. We got one. We caught one of them fly as it was taking off, but it was too far away for us to get any pictures. But they had a bunch of antique. I think they had 10 of them or something like that. Antique airplanes at the airport here in Presque Isle, and
I don't know how many they had.
yeah, if Kevin's truck wasn't so stinky and loud, we probably would have went. Never mind. Yeah, I just got you in trouble. I digress.
No,
Can we erase that?
No.
No.
But if you don't continue on it, then you didn't say anything incriminating.
Well, then shut up about it.
I'm going to thumb you in your eye. Hey, check it out. Larry Feinstein joined
Larry
us.
Feinstein.
Welcome, Larry. Glad you could catch one of our shows. This is show number 7, by the way. Season 1, episode 7.
He stays here longer than 2 minutes.
Right.
Everybody else is still hanging in there.
So far, yeah. I don't know. I don't know how many shows we'll have in a season. I haven't decided yet.
I don't know, and we've been throwing around the idea. Don't be surprised if in the next couple weeks we change the night that we're doing it. And if you guys put in your input, what nights, Mondays and Tuesdays are out because he watches wrestling. And
Well-
he doesn't get out of work until after. He doesn't get home until after 6 o'clock. So it'd have to be probably after 7 that we do it during the week.
I'm saying Wednesday nights at 9.
And that's what we've kind of got onto
Because
is
it's
Wednesday
not,
nights at 9.
it's not cutting into the Kitchen Killers because they go live at 7:05 on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Josh Bauer doesn't go live until Thursday, so we're not cutting into him or stepping on his toes. So we're hoping that Wednesday nights at 9 will be a good time because it's right in the middle of the week. There's not a whole lot going on. And that'll give me time to get home.
Gets me all day for me to get beautiful.
Yeah, because
I
you
know.
need to worry about that.
He was adjusting the lights earlier, and he's like, "Oh, it's not bright enough. It's not bright enough. We got to do this." I was like, "You know, honey, you polish a turd, and you know what?
So what you're saying is that our show is a turd.
No, I'm saying I'm a turd."
I have
Oh.
nothing to hit you with at the moment. Consider yourself
I'm gonna
lucky.
be the next one whacked with a Coke bottle.
Or a coffee cup.
Everybody, that's what started this show. Is pretty much ultimately I hit him in the side of the head with a Coke bottle.
When I was doing a test for Facebook Live.
But you guys should see the stuff I throw at him. I throw stuff at him all the time. Fucking weed sticks, friggin' bottle caps. When we smoked, it used to be empty packs of cigarettes.
The abuse.
Nothing breakable though. Just I got you in stereo. Oh well, there. It's probably a little different too because when me and him watch the Kitchen Killers, I usually listen to his, but watch mine because mine is way off and I hear like an echo and it confuses me every time. So when we watch, like if we watch Josh Bauer when he does his live paintings or his week show. What was that?
Nothing.
You were yawning? You yawned down there? What was the point
Seriously?
in yawning down there? You're heating your feet up?
I was looking down there for something. I felt something hit me. And I just happened to yawn. Don't let that interrupt your gum flapping.
Well, it was weird. I had to ask what was going on because I didn't know. Your mouth was open like this and you're... Were you puking? Were you spitting? Were you yawning? What were you doing?
I'm glad that you're humoring yourself.
Oh,
Maybe
Oh.
somebody out there is laughing at you.
yeah. I'm telling
So
ya.
continue what you were saying.
What was I saying?
I don't know.
What's going on?
You just keep doing your thing.
Well, stuff's popping up.
I'm making it pop up.
Well, don't make stuff pop up.
I'm trying to see what the hell this thing is doing.
You know bad things happen when you make stuff pop up.
See, there we go. From here. Oh, wow. All right. Well. Also, feel free to like and share and join in the conversation. We've got 7 viewers according to that.
It's not just to go back to what Hal's saying. Yeah, anything psychoactive, especially natural, they do keep it hush hush. But I will say that by watching that Hamilton's pharmacopoeia there, we're not the only country that doesn't. Because they were over, I think, in New Zealand, and they were, it was a leaf or something over there. And these people were harvesting it illegally. You know, they were hide out in these huts in the middle of the woods. And same thing with there was one place with peyote. If they knew that they were in Mexico, it started out when they found out that peyote was a psychoactive drug and, was really tripping people out. I mean, nobody's ever died. They've puked really bad and got sick, but no one's ever died unless they've tripped and fell off of a side of a cliff. Same thing with like marijuana. No one's ever died from eating shrooms or, tripping out. But there was in Mexico. I think there was only 10 original peyote dealers. Now there's only 3 left now that legally in Mexico, or I think it was in Mexico or some in the southern state there by the desert, that can legally grow and sell peyote. Not everybody can, legally sell, and well, it's kind of like, pot with the caregivers and stuff, I guess. You grow it, control it, and so. I told you I could go the whole show. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to dip on with the whole psychiatric. I told him, I said, you know what? I said, if there's any dead air at all, I said, don't worry about it. I said, I could go the whole show just talking about these psychoactive drugs and stuff. There's actually proof on, like, hieroglyphics. I have such a hard time saying that word. Hieroglyphics. That prove, well, I wouldn't say prove. He says it doesn't prove anything. They could have been tripping out when they drew them. But it states that even Adam and Eve, like, it wasn't actually the apple that they ate. It was the mushrooms out of this forest that they ate and that they weren't supposed to eat. They're even saying that Jesus Christ himself, that's where he got his visions from.
That's like saying that Jesus was like Charles Manson.
How? Charles Manson ordered people killed. Jesus Christ did not order people
killed. Charles Manson
killed.
tripped out on all kinds of drugs and saw all kinds of things. Period.
Yeah, but he wasn't tripping out. Tears rolling. Darcy's laughing so hard. Yeah, but Jesus wasn't ordering people killed. He was killed because he was spreading love and he was,
all the good stuff.
Exactly. That Caesar didn't want that. So he had him beaten.
You know what I'm gonna do?
That's it.
I'm gonna trip out on some mushrooms, and I'm gonna go make some hieroglyphics on some trees, and I'm gonna come back 10 years later and say, look, Jesus did that.
Shut up.
Or Adam and Eve did that.
Kevin said I'd be locked away for my beliefs, which is probably true, but...
Well, I don't know. I don't recall saying you'd be locked up.
You said people would think I was crazy and lock me away into a funny farm. You would.
Well, you're not preaching... Anyways,
I believe that it makes sense. You ever read the Bible and you read the scriptures and read the prophecies and, stuff like that, it kind of makes you wonder where he got them from. He was going out in the wood, in the middle of the desert, and he was tripping the heck out on peyote. And he was getting his visions and preaching his preachings. And they said, man, you're on some wild freaking drugs. They said, no more.
And then along came Cheech and Chong. Hey, man, you want some peyote? Hey, Allison Murray, thanks for joining us. Let's see.
Oh,
Hal
the Crusades.
says, ain't that true, darling?
Yes, we
We're
are
all
a
a little
little crazy. Funny farm. I like underwater basket weaving. Oh, Allison Murray. Hello.
So, to take a break from your
we're not
tripping out topic.
we spent 45 minutes talking about tripping out, I think.
At least 20.
It was very educational, though. Y'all learned some stuff. Or
In case
made you think a lot harder, didn't I?
If you didn't know,
Y'all are
that
going to
stuff,
go, the ones that have already read the Bible, you're going to go back and reread that Bible and picture Jesus Christ himself tripping on shrooms while he's preaching his prophecies. You watch it. Okay, anyways.
Okay. So, I'm starting a new thing this week called Kevin's Inspirational Quotes of the Week. I thought maybe that would do something for somebody somewhere in the world that's
You never
watching.
know.
So, my quote for this week is, it doesn't matter how slow you go, as long as you don't stop. So,
As long as you keep going.
never give up. I know it might sound like John Cena, and you know what, John Cena, you can't see me
He's
because
kicked,
you're not watching.
he's kicked my butt quite a bit lately, and I've kicked his too a couple times. I mean, we both. I mean, most of you know the BS that we've been through lately. It's been an equal butt kicking. I mean, there's times when I want to give up, and he kicks my butt, and time he wants to give up, and I kick him in the butt, and Haley kicks us both in the butt, and we just keep going. You know?
Yep.
I mean, what can you do?
So yes, my quote this week again is, it doesn't matter how slow you go, as long as you don't stop.
Word.
So just remember, don't ever give up. The only time you'll actually fail is when you stop, when you quit, when you give up. If you don't quit and you don't give up, you never really fail. It's one thing to fall on your ass in life, but it's not how hard you fall. It's not how many times you fall down. It's how many times you get back up.
It's like the post I posted the other day. It says, I think I posted it yesterday. It's like I got down to hell. It says something about now why are you down here? It says, I'm a glutton for punishment. And then the devil gets on the speaker, says, we need a supervisor here. I'm a glutton for punishment. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger.
Right?
You know, and it does pass. Sometimes it'll pass like a kidney stone, but it usually passes. I just keep on thinking of the end. I know we're getting closer to the light, and I look how far I've particularly come in the whole situation that I've been dealt with. You know, I'm almost to that end, the end of it, and I know I'll get there, and I know, everything. I'll probably look at this time next year and go, wow, I was going through some pretty tough shit, and I got through it.
Hey, Sierra just joined us. Hi, Sierra.
Hi, Sierra.
Hope you guys are enjoying your new home. We miss you guys.
Your new school. We love you and miss you. So, well, thinking of failed stuff, I'll have to do my top 10 now. It's almost that time. We got 4 more minutes left.
Ooh.
Well, we were late, so
Well,
we go a little bit over. And last week we went until 5:30. But
it is what it is.
do-
So, do her up.
Mia's top 10. Mia's top 10. Mia's top 10. Well, we were talking about failure, so these are top 10 actual sentences that were found on a patient's hospital chart. These are actual sentences. Okay? Actual, factual sentences. And we're on the subject of failure, so we'll see. Okay? Number 10. Skin somewhat pale but present. Now, this is stuff that's been on somebody's hospital chart that the doctors have actually wrote
Must have been back in the old
on
days.
a hospital chart. It says skin somewhat pale but present. I would hope your skin is present.
Well, I'm sure in some cases it may not be.
I don't know. I was watching. Y'all ever watched 911? And I'm not talking about the old rescue 911, but 911 that's on, I think it's on Sunday nights. But some guy that does like tricks and stuff with his car, he was working on his car and his hair got caught in like the transmission or something. He had really long hair and like his scalp like peeled from his head.
It was awful.
So yeah, that's the time you wouldn't have any skin. So I can just imagine what they see. But anyways,
Yeah.
okay, I digress. Number 9, patient has 2 teenagers but no other abnormalities. I can relate with that. I don't have 2 teenagers. I at one time had, a few years back, had 2 teenagers, 3 teenagers. Yeah. And people wonder why I'm crazy.
Flashback!
Right? Okay, number 8. Examination of genitalia reveals that the gentleman is circus-sized. I think what they meant to say was circumcised, but they said circus-sized. Can you imagine? Would that be like an elephant size? Well, we could go both ways with this. You could go either elephant.
Or he's hung like a clown.
Well, you have big feet.
You wear big shoes.
Right, you can't go by clown feet because there could be some really small feet in those big shoes.
Right?
You never know. But
How many clowns can you fit into a clown car?
I don't know.
All of them.
Oh, duh! Okay, number 7. Rectal exam revealed a normal-sized thyroid. For those of you that do not know,
Your thyroid is not in your rectum.
thyroid is in your neck. So it's not in your rectum.
There,
For
so
those that don't know. Everybody learned something new today.
we also provide anatomy lessons, apparently,
See?
during this show.
See, your thyroid is not in your rectum. It's in your neck.
Rectum damn near killed him.
And I think you have thyroid glands underneath your arms, too, I think.
Couldn't tell you.
I'm pretty sure, but...
I know I ain't got a thyroid gland in my butthole.
Do you have a thyroid gland in your butthole? There's some sort of gland Well, there's an anal gland, but... Or is that only in animals?
Oh, my God. No.
That's only for the animals that leave. The anal gland, I think it's only for animals. Animals that leave scents, I
Oh,
think.
you're making my head hurt. I don't
Why
want
am I making your head hurt?
Because who the hell wants to hear about anal glands?
Okay,
during
I
the
died
show?
your ass.
Oh, my God.
Number 6.
Understatement.
Patient was alert but unresponsive. This one I can kind of get because you've been alert and unresponsive to me lots of times.
And vice versa.
More you than me.
Oh, of course, because,
Well-
we're live on the interwebs and I'm dog poo and
There's
you're awesome.
people out there that know exactly what I'm talking about and can agree with everything that I'm saying.
Oh, yeah?
How quickly does he fall asleep? Pretty
Then I'm not
darn
alert.
quick.
Duh.
Yeah, but then you're...
If I fall asleep, I'm not alert because
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
you've
awake.
looked at me with your eyes all freaking crossed, going, uh-huh.
And that's probably because I was on my way out.
Exactly.
Well, that's not alert.
Well,
That's barely functioning at best.
that's every night. I have such a lovely... I have an exciting life. Okay, number 5. She is numb from the toes down. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Does it go any further down
Oh,
than the
there's
toes?
Jen. We were just talking about Jen Holland.
Welcome, Jen.
Welcome, Jen.
You're catching us at the end of the show.
She is numb from the toes down.
Not Jen.
Not Jen, no. That's what our number 5.
Although she might be. I don't know.
I don't know. Everybody's numb from the toes down.
Okay.
Number 4. Patient refused the autopsy. Patient refused autopsy.
I can't really say that's...
Is that something that you can decide, like if you know you're going on your way out? Is that something, hey, do you want an autopsy after you're gone?
I don't think they asked that.
Is that
question.
something that they ask? I don't know. I've never died.
Apparently the person that they were trying to do an autopsy on didn't die either.
Well, exactly. I mean, autopsies are only for dead people, and how can you, say yay or nay on your own autopsy?
Unless you're Jason Voorhees, and I suppose, they can go do an autopsy on you, and he can...
You wake up, he comes to, just as the person's putting his eyeball into the dry ice, then her face goes in it.
That wasn't dry ice, though. That was...
Liquid nitrogen.
Yes, thank you.
See, for everybody out there, I just said something smart. Don't ever. I said something smart. Okay, what was I? Number 3, okay. Number 3. This is the top, what I'm doing is the top 10 actual sentences found on patients' hospital chart. And I was on number
3.
and number 3.
Wow.
Don't judge.
I don't even have a robe, so I can't judge.
Discharge, number 3, discharge status, alive but without my permission. What? The doctor was like, was they that bad of a patient? And the doctor was like, after this, you're dead to me.
Could be.
I could have said that to some doctors.
Lay still or I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, lay still or I'm going to kill you. I did have a dentist one time, very, very old dentist, and he should have retired years prior to me being his patient, but I had a filling fall out, so I had to wait 3 days, and it was in the wintertime, so it sucked to begin with. Every time I opened my mouth, yeah, right to the nerves. So I go in to have this filling fixed, and he, shoots the Novocaine into my gums, and he's really old, so he's coming at me, and his hands just shaking, and he starts drilling, and I'm not numb yet. I sit right up in my seat, and I tell him, I'm not numb yet. And he pushes me down on the seat and just tells me, it's okay, dear. You gotta lay down. I was like, I'm not numb yet. So he did end up shooting me with another thing of Novocaine, and finally, I was numb after that, but yeah, that was rough.
Welcome to the show, Terry MacGyver. Glad
Hello,
you could join
Terry.
us.
You missed the shenanigans. You have to go back and listen.
He says he couldn't find the live stream
anywhere. What? What is that all about?
Yeah, I don't get that.
See, I go on Kevin B Entertainment, and I can never see any of the videos that he posts. I see him in the share link in the news feed, and when I go on his page, and I'm an administrator on his pages, his group page and the Facebook page. And I should be able to see all I can.
Jen Holland said she couldn't either.
Wow.
That's weird.
Never mind, Hal. Number 2. I digressed. Number 2. On the second day, the knee was better, but on the third day, it disappeared. Knees just poof. It was the aliens. It was the aliens. Every show we blame the aliens on something.
The aliens, where's Onyx? It was the aliens.
Aliens.
And number 1. Number one actual sentence found on a patient hospital chart. She seems to have no rigors or shaking chills, but her husband states she was very hot in bed last night. That's it. If you're very hot in bed the night before, what, does having sex with your husband makes you sick? I think you need to stop having sex with your husband. That's not a very nice thing to say.
You know. All right. So for those of you that are just now joining us, you'll have to go back and watch the rest of the show. But I want to give my my inspirational quote for the week. Again, for those that missed it, my quote is, "It doesn't matter how slow you go as long as you don't stop." So in other words, don't ever give up. You can't
ever give up.
You can't move forward if you quit moving, period.
I didn't come with no brakes. I just keep going.
Meep, meep.
Meet me, fucker.
Okay.
Even if I have to crawl around. I'm going to crawl around everywhere. Y'all should have seen me transplanting. They weren't lilies, they were irises. I call wrong on that, but I was on my hands and knees. I'm paying for it today, but anyways, I digress.
Yes.
Well, we like to thank everybody for showing up and watching us.
Thank you all for joining us today.
Watching our shenanigans and our stupidity.
I hope that you guys found this show to be entertaining and maybe even informative, maybe even inspiring.
Yes, Haley's laughing. Haley's been laughing at us this
I don't
whole
think
time.
she's laughing at us.
I don't know if she's laughing at us
thing.
or, yeah, she's doing her own thing too, so our talent.
So, all right, well, that's going to do it for us for today. We hope that you guys will like and share this video. Stay tuned for the YouTube link. I'll put up it's not really an edited version so much, unless there was some real bad sound, but I don't think so.
We go live usually 4 o'clock on Sundays, but look out on a post from Kevin B. Entertainment. We're probably going to change that within the next couple weeks because...
I might even put up a poll to see,
say when we want it. So, but there's also a way I think you can get notifications when when he goes live too. I can't remember how to do that, but there's usually a bell or something or a notification saying you want to be known every time they go live, and then you click it and it shows up in your news, your notifications when somebody goes live that you want to watch.
It doesn't come up as me going live.
No.
So, all right. Well, again, thank you guys for joining us. We really appreciate it. And catch us next week at 4 p.m. And, yeah.
Yes,
see ya.
Thank you very much. See y'all next weekend. Mwah, 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 mwah.